So the pier's a lot busier than last week. But at South Shields again, there's guys spinning right down here near the beach, and the mackerel do come in later on, really quite close. So it's not a bad idea. But I'm going to head up a little bit further, see what's happening at some of the other decent pegs up there. Not sure if I'm going to make it to the end. It looks really crowded up there, and I don't fancy that. But people left last week, they might be leaving this week. Might want their teas or their beers. Might give me a chance. The beach is rammed, so that's not an option. There's no way we'll get fishing on there, so the pier is the only real option at the moment, unless we go a bit further up or down the coast. Anyway, I'll keep you informed. And I've not heard any reports of any decent fish yet from the anglers I've asked so far. We'll see if these guys have heard anything other than a sand eel so far. But we're getting up to the good pegs now, so we'll see if it's different. For a swim and miss with all those jellyfish in there. Absolutely full of them. So because everybody said there were no fish about, I've put out 2 rods. I've got the tornado tip and the compressor S. And I'm no sooner have I put out the compressor, but the tornado tip out for about 10 minutes and start getting a knock on it. Yeah, something about. It's definitely a fish. I've got circle hooks on the tornado tip, so I'm just going to leave that. Not too worried about deep hooking. Compressor, I might just change them over to circles. Getting a knock on the tornado tip again. There's a lot of flies around for the end of the pier. Bizarrely. 30 minutes in and we've had a sand dab. Not very big, but a fish, so not a blank. Compressor tip might be a bit heavy for the sand dabs. Who knows, there might be a codling around ready to take it. But it was a serious bite, and we had the circle hooks on. They're limitless circle hooks, full circle hooks, 2 O's. I love the fact they just come straight out of the fish. No surgery or anything. So much better. Shields is being very diverse this evening. I'm just going to show you that sunset. It's absolutely gorgeous around here. We've just had an Italian guy walk past chatting on his phone, and then a French guy. Plenty of Geordies, and it's also some Spanish people earlier. It's really lovely out here tonight. Just put fresh baits on the compressor. It's barely been touched. Compressor's out about 120 yards, the tip's out about 100 yards. And I've set up a little spinning rod because I'm bored, and I'm going to have a little go with some Sabikis just down the side. Try not to lose them this week like I did last week. But let's go back to that view, the end of the pier. Gorgeous. You know, if I put that pollock back, I'm starting to get a knock on the compressor. Sand dab, this time on the compressor. I'll get that off and back in, lip hook thankfully. It looks so promising to swim in there, but boy, now is about the only time you can do it safely. There's a lot of jellyfish around, and that current is a killer, and it's pulling out now. That could drag them out to sea. I better go and give them a warning at least. So I was really chuffed because that I'm spinning with the Firebird from the Kit Kat shop, and I've got on the end Sabikis from the shop, and that's what I had the pollock with. Just over an hour and a quarter now. I've just had another bite on the big old compressor. Actually shut up quite well, so I'm not sure what it is. Could be another dab. Finally spotted that last one, so who knows. See if it goes again. That's gorgeous. Right, so got a good bite on the compressor, struck, and there was nothing there, so I'm a fairly empty hand, no fish. Another knock on the bigger rod. Need to change the baits on the other one. I'll bring that one in, keep an eye on this one.
we've been taking photos all the way up here.
Right, so it's getting dark now. Probably last cast, but there you go, another dab. So, that's the end. I hope you've enjoyed it. Been a lovely evening. Caught quite a few fish. I met some lovely people. This is South Shields Pier, and the one before was Tynemouth Pier. You're welcome to visit anytime. There's a seal out in the water just there. Just thought I'd add it onto the video. There we go. Right, it's gone.